Okay.
Yeah, I feel like there's just like that internal conflict between like what you think is morally right and then what like is divinely right or what you think God would think is right or wrong. But I
Right.
think that just might be like the philosophical challenge
Yeah.
Like
too as
I think
well.
that was like, like how God says like lying is a sin, right? That you shall not lie. Like you don't like deceive people. But then there's like the other situation, say like another person is, like say like someone, like your friend is getting, like has a stalker, and then they're asking you because they know you are friends with that person, like, do you know where this person is, right? Like, would you not lie in a given moment to save your friend, or to
Oh
like,
yeah.
right? Or like, for example, like I feel like that one there just kind of makes sense in like in terms of like, yes, like it is a sin to deceive people, but then you're also faced with the reality of like, what if deceiving someone could save a life?
Hmm.
I feel like, yeah.
I do see what you mean. Like especially if like you get it like when in the Middle East when they would kidnap Christians and then they would make them like not pledge but like what's it called? Like renounce Jesus. But then they
Mm-hmm.
wouldn't do that, then they would die because of that. And it's kind of like which road would you take in that situation just to like yeah.
Would you rather? Yeah, exactly.
Hmm. Like what's moral in that situation, then especially like with what you believe and whatnot, right?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh, you're talking about, you said like Middle East?
Yeah, like in the Middle East, like when they've like kidnapped Christians, like sending videos to like the States or whatever.
Oh, wow. Hmm. Well, like in my country, it's a sin to say that you're Christian. And in the past, it
Hmm.
used to be like, I'm from Iran, and it used to be like people should have proven like that they were Christian like by
Yeah.
generation.
Oh,
And
okay.
in that case, like they would be safe. But right now, it's not even like that. Like once you say you're a Christian, or you start to like tell other people or help people like to like know Jesus, it's a sin, and you'll be in jail, and then they will kill you. Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why you should go out. Yeah.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, and they lie because
Hmm.
of not like because they want to be safe, right?
And I
Yeah,
They
yeah.
lie.
like, because like it's like, because like both ways could be. You could lie, and you could save the people that are around you,
Mhm.
right? So like, if it's the case, like say you are actually like, for example, in that situation, you're leading like a Bible study, and
Mhm.
then all of a sudden like the officials show up and like, what are you guys doing? If you say like, oh, you're wiped, you're done, all of you guys are done.
Mhm.
But in that case, you'd be like, even though it's like lying is not a good thing, you want to save people in the process. And I think in a way, like as a Christian, like God would probably see it as like, you're saving my people, and that's good.
Mhm.
Even
Yeah.
though, and there's grace in that too.
Hmm.
Like, what's your situation?
Yeah, and that really doesn't make sense to me. Like it's really it feels makes me feel really bad. Like because one of the oldest churches in the world is in Iran, and they have a really strong history in Iran. And yeah, they have to lie about their identity to be
Mm-hmm.
safe. Yeah.
Okay.
Okay,
Wait.
let's move on to question 3.
According to our class, what is virtue ethics? To what extent does this approach to the nature of moral judgment overcome the shortcomings of consequentialism and the ontology? Or does it? How does the early Christian community and the apostolic fathers demonstrate what it means to live according to virtue ethics in a non-consequentialist way. Where can we read that? The early, let me find it. Radical community in the late Roman Empire to demonstrate a radical. Nope, that's not it.
Well, virtue ethics is, I think that maybe is in page 15, 13, maybe something. I was reading it today. And, well, virtue ethic is like, you're trying to be a good person, rather than just focusing on rules or, like just seeing the consequences. Like, orally, you're trying to be a good person, like with being brave, like you're faithful, with hope and love and like everything. And like kind of like includes both of them,
Mm-hmm.
like the ontology and the consequentialism.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It also says here that virtue is basically like justice is a virtue, and then like injustice is a vice, right? So like virtue is like what is always what is right, and then vice is what is wrong, right? Which is self-explanatory. So like, like what, like yeah, you just said both of them are basically in within that ethic, because you can't have like, with you can't have just one or the other. You need to have like all of them.
Yeah.
Like a human life. So I don't know if I'm making sense.
Yeah, like if you
Yeah,
follow
yeah.
one virtue, you have to follow all of them, is what you mean?
Yeah. Like,
Mhm.
and then like
Like if you didn't, it'd be contradicting.
Because like
yes.
being a good person doesn't mean that you only like do one thing really good. Like you have to be like a good, like a good, collection of good things.
Virtuous.
Good
Yeah.
virtue. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. And then for the apostles, what did they say?
And the
Setting the stage. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. Where is it? Marcus, where did you put this?
You're looking for the early Christian thing?
Like how did like the early Christian community and apostolic fathers demonstrate what it means to live according to a virtuous life, or like
That in
virtuous
page 25.
25?
I think that is 25, yeah.
I think it's like how they, I feel like from what I know, because like I've studied some like church history stuff, like how they showed like a virtuous like life in a way, um is like following what the Lord has instructed through the word, and then living by it, and like say following the commandments, delighting in the Lord, depending on Him in all circumstances, and to do good because Jesus has done good for you. Um, Basically, like imitating Jesus in all that you do,
Mm.
and then living that way, even though people will do.
Yeah, it
Because
says
like
on page 48, like the early church fathers say there's two ways of life, a way of death, or no, there's two ways, a way of life and a way of death. And then the way of life is living throughout virtues, and then a way of death is like just being, I guess, a selfish or non-virtuous person.
because even though like it's asking how do they demonstrate it, what it means to live according to virtue ethics in
Mm.
a sequential way, that's not, I
To
think, you know, your consequence like for living a way of life is that even though like you are living in a way of life, you will experience in a way death on earth because people are against you, but your reward is that you will be in heaven with God. But then when you live in a way of death, you're living as if you're in heaven, but then you're straight to hell. Like that's like death in a way, like you are separated from God. That's what, and like sin is, the wages of sin is death. So
Yeah.
like if you live in a way of death, you will be separated from God for eternity once Jesus Christ returns the second time. But if you live in a way of life, you will live as if you're experiencing hell, but you will get the reward of heaven. That's like in the Gospels it talks about follow the narrow path. While many others will go to the wide path because it's easy, but the narrow path is hard. But the Lord is gracious to lift you back up over and over again every time you stumble. So like it's supposed to be hard. I think that's what they're trying to get at with this. I could be wrong, but I
No,
don't
I
know.
see what you mean.
That was really good explanation, actually. Hmm.
I think because like in a way, like even though it's saying non-consequential, there's still consequences.
Yeah, like yeah.
It
I mean,
depends
like you're.
on.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they wanted to live like, based on Christ's
Yeah.
character,
Yeah.
just for like better consequences.
It kind of reminds me of like Book of Job, like how even if you're faithful, you could still be met with like consequences that, might not add up to you.
Yeah.
But then the longer you endure, you will see like the fruit from that. Like you will see like what
Mm-hmm.
good Lord was actually doing in the midst of your struggle, right?
Yeah.
Like he lost everything. Like he had nothing, but the Lord knew was going to end because he that Job was going to be faithful no matter what.
Yeah.
Satan was like, that if you take all of his riches away, his family, he's not going to follow me. He's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's do it then. Gives him permission to take everything, and then he was still faithful. But he was complaining. He was complaining the entire time, like, why, Lord, why? But then yet, even in his complaint, he was still faithful. And he got like his portion got multiplied
Uh-huh.
as a reward.
Yeah. And he got his kids back too.
Yeah. Everything came back to him, but it was also added.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, all this stuff. Yeah.
I think
Yeah, that's definitely what it's kind of talking about.
we pretty much answered that.
Yeah, I think that might be all of it.
Yeah, I think we did all of it. I like how we're like 15 minutes. No, it's like 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
30 then, double. Got good answers.
But I think that's good. I think we answered most of it. And we'll just tell Barath, like, answer some of it. Don't answer it like full, like, word amount, but like add some contribution so he still gets some marks.
Mm-hmm.